guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I did some digging through different sources like Harper's Bazaar, Pinterest, Glamour, etc., and pulled together a list of the trends that I thought would be the most intriguing to talk about today, and I'll make sure to list those sources in the description box below. I'm also super excited because a portion of this video, which we will jump into in a second, is in partnership with Living Proof. I recently posted an unsponsored review on their Triple Bond Complex Hair Strengthener, and if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll list it below, but if you have, then you already know how obsessed I am with this product, so I'm super excited to be partnering with Living Proof to talk to you guys again about this product today. All right, let's jump into that. The Living Proof Triple Bond Complex Hair Strengthener is a weekly leave-in treatment that makes your hair 8 times stronger against grooming breakage, plus more resistant to future damage while adding softness, smoothness, and shine. It builds all 3 types of bonds in the hair, including hydrogen, ionic, and covalent. It reduces visible signs of damage, and it provides heat protection up to 450 degrees. And it's really easy to use in your wash day routine. It doesn't take the place of any products that you're currently using, but instead supplements your routine so that you can see enhanced results. So you'll shampoo and condition your hair as you normally would, and then apply 2 to 5 pumps of product to clean damp hair. For best results, you'll comb through your hair and then wait 10 minutes before applying other treatments or stylers, and then you'll finish up by blow drying your hair. The product doesn't require heat, but you will see best results with heat activation. And that's all there is to it. I am obsessed with the results that I see when I use this product. It makes my hair so soft and smooth and healthy and shiny. It's amazing. So if you want to check it out, you can pick up the Triple Bond Complex at Ulta Beauty, and I will be sure to list it in my description box below. All right, let's jump into the rest of the video. All right, let's start off with beauty trend predictions from Pinterest. They posted this article called Pinterest Predicts, and I've seen tons of magazines referencing this Pinterest Predicts prediction. They actually say that for the last 3 years, 80% of their report predictions came true. The first trend that I thought was really interesting is what they're calling Gemini hair, which is basically two-toned hair. So they say that this is going to mix natural hues with bright hues, like blue and black or lavender and blonde. I'm curious to see how this will play out and if it's really just going to be like one side is a natural color and the other side is the bright color, or if there are going to be other ways that people mix in those colors. I'm very curious, but I will not be participating in this. No way. It has taken me years to get my hair colored to this point. I showed you guys how I get my hair colored in a video where I actually went to the salon, filmed in there, had my stylist explain everything. So I'll list that below if you haven't seen that yet, but there is no way that I'm gonna mess up the years of progress that I've made on my hair just to jump on this trend and throw some purple in my hair. But I really like looking at colored hair, so it'll be fun to see if this one plays out. Next is micro makeover. So this is basically bringing things shorter across the board, including hair and nails. So they say that we will be trading long coffin-shaped nails for mini manicures and shorter braids, chopped bangs instead of long, luscious locks. I'm totally on board with getting rid of the long coffin-shaped nail trend. I have never had nails like that, but they're so popular. We see them everywhere. They're just so impractical to me. I want long, natural nails, like nails that are a normal length for natural nails, you know, not like the acrylic length. I almost achieved my goal until I went through all the stuff that I went through before I moved back to Minnesota, and during that process, I ripped off all my nails from anxiety. So 2023 is going to be my year for my nails, and the hair is staying. I'm not cutting my hair short, but I feel like I've already started to see people do this where they're cutting their hair shorter into a bob or bangs. I think it looks super pretty. I can't delete the years of progress that I have made. Next is chance of showers. So Pinterest thinks that 2023 is going to be all about the elevated shower routine, and it's really going to be turned into a ritual. So people will be searching for things like shower bombs and home spa bathrooms. I feel like we've already seen a lot of this on TikTok over the past couple of years, like people putting the eucalyptus in their shower, but I could see it becoming even bigger than it is and people just taking this to a whole other level. I don't know what that would include, but I'm excited about this one. I'm down for this. I love testing out new body care products, so if we see a lot of new product launches in shower related categories, I'm gonna be super excited. And the last Pinterest trend I wanted to talk about is called crown care. So they say that skintification, oh no. Skinification, not skintification. Skinification, or a focus on the scalp and crown of your head, will be a priority this year. We are allegedly going to be seeing an uptick in searches for scalp care, like scalp treatment and clean scalp. I think that this one is so interesting because I personally feel like this is in direct response to people not washing their hair and the previous trends that we have seen where people are recommending washing your hair once a month or even less than that, or using co-washes instead of shampoos. Like, if you think about people who have gotten sucked into those things and are doing all of them at the same time, like not actually using a shampoo that properly cleanses the scalp, not washing their hair nearly frequently enough, I mean, I personally think this is in direct response to trends like that because they really leave people with scalps that are itchy and uncomfortable and exacerbate scalp conditions. And even though we have a long way to go, I feel like people are slowly but surely starting to figure out that having a clean scalp is actually a good thing and not a bad thing, like we have been convinced it is. All right, let's move on to who, what, where. Let's start off with some makeup trends that they're predicting. First is soft goth. So on the one hand, they say we should expect a soft goth renaissance of people embracing their inner Wednesday Addams with smoky plums, browns, and burgundies blended under and around the eye and balanced with sooty smoked out black shadow on the lash line. I think it's so interesting how one movie or one show like Wednesday can have such an impact on beauty trends, but I feel like I've already started to see that kind of weave into the makeup space, these kind of grungier looks, but I like that it's softer than like the previous goth that I feel like I kind of grew up with, where it was a little bit darker and harsher. Not that I ever wore goth makeup, but that existed like back in the 90s and early thousands. They're also predicting another 90s inspired trend called the 90s bombshell. And this is supposed to incorporate 90s supermodel nudes in cool shades that work for all skin tones like mauve, gray, taupe, and charcoal. I feel like you can definitely still get this 90s supermodel kind of look with neutral tones, and that would be what I would be most interested in, because I feel like gray tones and charcoals don't always look the best on me with fair skin. But I like that this is a step away from the really warmed toned looks, because I feel like that dominated for the longest time, and I'm over it. Then we have sad liner, which is more of like a downturned liner that's supposed to give you a 60s doe-eyed effect. I definitely don't ever want to make my eyes look downturned. I feel like that's not the right word to describe this, because downturned is like turning your eyes that way versus lifting. This is more like making your eyes look bigger and rounder, I feel, which I actually think is really pretty. This is very like twiggy. I used to try to dabble in this, and I would do white or nude liner on my lash line, but I feel like it just makes my eyes look too big and like weird on my face. I don't know. I would have to try this again with modern day makeup trends and see how it turns out. Then we have liner mania, which is the return of lip liner in a major way. So consumers are going to be doing all different kinds of things with lip liner, apparently, like contouring, inner lip lining, filling the whole lip, creating crisp edges, bow lips, two-toned ombre lips. And they're saying instead of just lip gloss, we will see the return of liner and a frosty lipstick for the 90s supermodel look, or with lip balms for a syrupy, plumpy glaze. We have definitely already started to see this happen, the lip liner with lip oil or treatment trend. That's been happening for a few months. I have my thoughts on that. I'm actually going to be talking about that in my next 2023 trend video, where I talk about my wish list for the year. So trends that I'd love to see, trends that I don't want to see, and your guys' thoughts on trends as well. So stay tuned for that. This next one is interesting. They are calling it vampire skin, and it's basically highlighting everywhere. So instead of having a more mattified face and then just highlighting the high points of the face, like the cheekbones, the nose, the brow bone, they say we are going to see a rise in backlighting or reverse highlighting, where you apply shimmer and glow all over the face and then go in and mattify specific spots, which is the reverse of how we do it now. I guess this is partially being done already with all of the illuminating primers, but I feel like they're making it seem like it's more than that, like glitter and shimmer all over the face. So taking your highlighter and putting it all over your face, you will not catch me dead doing this. There's no way. I even have to be so careful with shimmery primers, even when I put them under complexion products that are not super dewy and glowy, because they can sometimes just make me look too shiny. Yet another trend that does not work for the oily gals and guys. And last is called glow moment. So they say instead of just a glazed finish, expect more skin forward, steamy looks that value skin health, glow, and elasticity. Consumers are looking for high collagen, bounce back, glow that's beyond surface level. I disagree a little bit with this one just because I feel like a lot of younger consumers who have not started experiencing signs of aging aren't looking for things like this because they don't know that they are going to need to look for them. Do you know what I mean? Like your average 19-year-old who's not super into skincare doesn't know that they need to be looking for high collagen, bounce back, and elasticity. You know? But I would love to see things like this become more mainstream versus something that, like they say, really just hydrates the surface level, like hyaluronic acid, ingredients like that. Like my mom always says to me, if she had started using tretinoin when I did, she's like, oh my God, I would be in such a different place with my skin than I am now. But she just didn't know about it. And I tell my sister that, but I see it even in her. She's 21 and she doesn't think she's gonna get old. Nobody does at that age. So it's just like not really something I feel like people, I don't know, younger consumers are on the hunt for. But I'd love to see this become more prevalent in a major way. All right, let's move on to the New York Post. A lot of their trend predictions are already really popular, so I feel like you can't even call them predictions and we'll skip over those. But there were a couple I wanted to call out. The first being that they think that bakuchiol may be more popular than retinol, its ingredient alternative. No, it won't be. There's no scientific data that supports the idea that bakuchiol is just as effective as retinol in terms of anti-aging. That's not real life. I have definitely seen people get sucked into that belief. Like, I feel like I've seen videos where people are talking about natural clean beauty and how bakuchiol is better because it's safer. But when we have so many amazing science-based creators out there who are, let's say, dermatologists or cosmetic chemists, I don't see bakuchiol becoming more popular, more trendy than retinol because creators like that speak up against things like that and help to kind of like mist buff things like this. They are also predicting the wet hair trend to be extra trendy. So for example, this one Megan Fox look where her hair was just wavy and looking wet on the red carpet. I would really love to see a more everyday version of the wet look, like damp. Something that's just not so like soaking wet looking as if you just got out of a swimming pool, but something that's a little bit more everyday. I feel like that would be so pretty. Maybe I should try to come up with something like that. I don't know how. And last, which I thought was so interesting, is that they think that the side part will be welcomed back in 2023. I don't know if I believe this one because it was just given the boot. Like, have we ever had a hair trend be so widely hated on to then just be brought back a couple years later? I don't know if we have. I feel like it takes longer for that hate to fade before it can come back, but this is not the only source saying this, so maybe it will. The second to last source is Harper's Bazaar. The first trend that they are predicting is a new age of at-home technology. So this year we started to see a lot of new skincare devices gain popularity, including things like the Solo Wave and Therabody. So they're saying just like our cell phones, our favorite at-home skincare devices will continue to receive high-powered upgrades. This is something I'm really excited about because I feel like we're just scratching the surface right now with facial devices, and I would love to see where this category goes in the future. I feel like there's so much opportunity here for really, really cool tools, meaning tools that are really advanced and give us really amazing results. This one, oh my gosh, they think that we are going to see a continued evolution of celebrity skincare. They actually say, we get it, you're probably rolling your eyes right now about the idea of yet another celebrity skincare line, but they don't think this trend is going anywhere, especially after seeing brands like Rhode by Hailey Bieber and Skin by Kim Kardashian. I don't want any more. There's too much. Harper's Bazaar thinks that niacinamide is going to reign supreme and be huge in 2023. I think it's been a popular ingredient for years. I don't really know that I see it becoming even more popular than it is. I feel like this is almost an ingredient that people are starting to get sick of. Not that it's not a great ingredient, but nothing new here. Something that I definitely see happening is what they are calling body care 2.0. So they think that popular ingredients for the face like retinol and AHAs will continue making their way to our bodies as well as below the neck care continues to advance. This is something that I'm really excited about. I feel like brands have just started tapping into this and we're starting to see it a little bit, but not in a major way. So I'm excited to see brands come out with products like this that can really transform the skin on our bodies as well. It's important to treat the whole body, not just our face. I'll be waiting for a tretinoin body lotion. And last is the skin barrier and microbiome. So they think that we might see upgrades in 2023 in favor of more active skin strengthening ingredients supporting the skin's microbiome. I would love to see more products like this. I feel like this to me kind of encompasses what I've been saying for a while, which is I definitely prefer all-in-one skincare and I love to use single products that have a bunch of beneficial ingredients. So I'd love to see more products like moisturizers and cleansers with a bunch of ingredients like this that are going to protect and support and enhance and everything the skin barrier, and I would especially love to see that at the drugstore. Here it is. Glamour thinks that side parts will be making a remarkable comeback. Well, they're actually saying that side parts have already made a comeback and that a lot of celebrities have been seen with an intense side part. I live under a rock, so I have not seen this. Okay, so I clicked on another article on Glamour's website and they're showing the side part with a ton of volume. You guys, that's not a side part, that's a hair flip. You guys know how I feel about the hair flip. Even when side parts were not allowed, I was still hair flipping. Did I create this trend? Obviously not, but if you've been around for the last couple of years, then you know hair flips for the win, always for me. So this I'm excited about. This is not like a normal side part. It's a hair flip. They also think that we are going to see a lot of layers and face framing, which I feel like we've already been seeing, but I think like pairing that with the hair flip just for tons of volume, I definitely need to get this done. I need a trim and I need layers added. This I feel like is what always happens to me. I'll get some face framing and layers and then they'll just all start to grow out really quickly, except for like 2 pieces around my face. I need everything fixed. They also think we're going to be seeing a real return of more polished hairstyles, so really slick, straight, shiny looks. I've always thought that this look is beautiful, but it's definitely not something that looks beautiful if you have super unhealthy hair and a lot of breakage, which trust me, I've been there in the past. This makes me think we'll see a lot more celebrities and influencers with hair extensions to pull off this kind of look. And the last thing they predict is that we will see more peptide lip treatments, basically in direct response to Hailey Bieber's peptide lip treatment blowing up. I just think it's so funny how one person like this, who is mega popular, can make a product like that go so viral when it basically already existed. Don't get me wrong, I really do love that lip treatment. I think it feels awesome, but there are so many other lip treatments out there already just like that also have great ingredients in them, so it's just funny. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap up this video here because those are all the beauty trends I wanted to talk through that are predicted to become really popular next year. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which trends are you excited about? Which trends are you not excited about? Let me know, and if there's anything else that you really are hoping to see next year or not see next year, leave that in the comments below as well. And if you enjoyed the video, you know the drill. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend that you think would enjoy my content. Thank you so much for doing those things. Your support means the world. Thank you for watching my videos. I love the freaking heck out of you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.